All right, fam, let's get one thing straight. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to educate.
Educate. How you gonna educate when you still type www before every website you type in? There's a Google search bar. They have that.
Anyway, Bam. Hey, y'all, welcome to the channel. A father and son tackling literally everything. No topics too big, too small, or too ridiculous. Conspiracy theories, dating shows, sports. Why millennials think email is some formal type of communication.
Yeah, real funny. But whatever. Subscribe if you like hot takes, dad jokes, and two generations barely tolerating each other for internet clout. Also, episodes whenever we feel like it.
We felt like doing an episode today, y'all. So me and Bam, we argue about music a lot, but I think we might agree on some of this stuff today, but we definitely going to have some differences in opinion. We are going to be tackling who is the top hometown rap anthem of all time. We're going to break
Yes.
it down into a bracket. This is what it looks like. What are your thoughts on the bracket, Cam?
I like it. We had to do a little couple revisions, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I think we got a solid lineup for hometown anthems. If your hometown isn't on here, we apologize. We just went with some of the big names, do something together. No need to get upset. Like, where's Little Rock, Arkansas's anthem? I don't know, bro. my bad. I don't know what that would be. I have no clue.
If y'all feel we missed one, put it in the chat. Once we get 12 suggestions in there, then we'll do another one. Part 2. We'll throw all those up on there. All right, so for the first matchup, we got the 5 seed against the 12 seed. It's going to be Hustlin' Rick Ross against Dodger Blue by Kendrick Lamar. Let's listen to a little bit of each.
Every day I'm Atlantic. I know Pablo. We buy the whole thing.
White diamonds, 2 a.m. she wildin'. Bitches sick, got their stomach in her comments. What school you went to? Gardena, Compton.
Okay.
Westchester, King, True, did we function?
All right.
Okay.
So I like both of these songs for different reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Honestly, I like the feel of the Dodger Blue, but I'm sorry. Rick Ross Hustlin', classic all the way around. I don't care what city you from. You know what I'm saying? That's an anthem. Yeah. So
I wasn't from LA, but I didn't know Gardena, Compton, King Drew, Westchester, and all the stuff you're talking about. Like the song wouldn't really make me feel nothing. I'm not from where Rick Ross is from, but I still feel that song. It still bangs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going Rick Ross Hustlin' for sure. So I'm doing Rick Ross Hustlin'. That's what I'm going Rick Ross. I love Kendrick. Yeah, I'm from LA, but I have to go with Hustlin', Rick Ross for sure.
Yeah, we can't. Even though we love GNX album, we can't be preferential. We know Rick Ross's Hustlin' is a banger. So let's go ahead and make that one the winner. All right. Next matchup, we're going to have the number 6 seed going against the number 11 seed. Welcome to Atlanta by Jermaine Dupri and Ludacris. Take It to the House by Trick Daddy and Trina. Let's take a quick listen.
Welcome to Atlanta, jacking hammers and bows. Back to the mackin' and jacking the clothes. Adolescents packing a fold. A knock on the door. Who is it? I would happen to know, the one with the flow. Who did it? It was me, I suppose. JD in the rolls and Luda's in the cut supreme. Skating down old Nat, gat tucked and lean. I split your spleen, as a matter of fact.
Get down. Yes, sir. Slip and slide records. Finna take it to the highs. Just get on up.
All right. So what's your feeling on both of those songs, Cam?
So I like the Trick Daddy one. It's cool, but I would have to go with Welcome to Atlanta. The beat, like when that was at its height, like it was, I don't know, it was different. Like
everybody wanted to be from Atlanta. Black Hollywood.
Yeah, that was cracking. So I got to go with the Welcome to Atlanta, because then also they had the remix that was crazy.
Oh yeah, that was They had people that wasn't from Atlanta, so that's why. Yeah, so I couldn't put the remix up on here. I even think Baby Oil Diddy was on there. Yeah, I got to go with you two on that one. Welcome to Atlanta, definitely a banger. I'm just thinking if I'm sitting up in the club right now, and both of those songs come on, I'm getting up to Welcome to Atlanta. Even if I'm tired, Take It to the House. If it's early in the night, I'm gonna get up and do something to it. But if it's late in the day and I'm tired, I'll just sit there and bang my head.
Yeah, but I'm going with
Welcome to Atlanta. All right, we back to back. We agree. No arguments here.
Nope.
They're coming. All right, so next we're going to jump to the number 7 seed against the number 10 seed. This might actually be a little bit of a battle. The other two, we had clear winners on those, but that was the 5 and 6 seed, so they should be clear winners.
And you say Shot City? Shy City. I'm coming home again. Do you think about me now and then? Yeah. Do you think about me again? I met this girl when I was 3 years old, and what I love most, she had so much soul. She said, "Excuse me, little homie, I know you don't know me, but my name is Wendy, and I like to blow trees and."
My name is Wendy.
That was fun.
I got 100 guns, 100 clips. Nigga, I'm from New York, New York. I got a semi-automatic that spits next time if you talk. I got 100 guns, 100 clips. Nigga, I'm from New York, New York. I got a semi-automatic that spits next time if you talk.
Okay.
All right, so I said, I think this is going to be the first competition.
Which one you go with?
So here's the reason why I'm going with New York by Ja Rule. Just so y'all know, I'm not a big Kanye fan. Never been a fan of Kanye, but I do Homecoming. That song is a banger. But I'm also from the West Coast, and we like our gangster rap. We like even when we ain't in the streets, we still like to listen to music like we from the streets. And that's the feel that New York gives me. Like when that song comes on, I'm gonna get up and I want to do my thing. I'm be throwing up the W. I'm gonna be throwing up the W all the time, don't matter where I'm at. So I'm definitely gonna have to go with New York.
Spoken like a true old nigga. So y'all niggas love
Gangster rap, sorry.
That's cool. For me, the Kanye one, for one, it's the fact that the whole song is a metaphor. So the whole song, if you're just listening to the song, you would think he's just talking about a woman, you know what I'm saying? But he's talking about Chicago and how he fell in love with Chicago. And at the end, he said, "If you don't know by now, I'm talking about Chi-Town." And so in the beginning with my name is Wendy and I love to blow trees and the Windy City, like, oh my, it's amazing.
It's a play on both, right? Is it a play on smoking joints? Windy City, both? I like to blow trees.
Well, yeah, that's what the whole,
yes. It's a metaphor. It's a play on both.
You feel me? So he's basically saying like a woman maybe approached him and said, "My name is Wendy and I like to blow trees. What's good?" And then also the Windy City and blowing bars. Like, so that song right there, just the metaphor behind it, just for me. And then number two, so that New York song isn't even the best New York song. So I can't, you see what I'm saying? There's other songs that are about New York that are better than that one. So there's not very many songs about Chicago better than Kanye's Homecoming. I'm going with Kanye's Homecoming. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. How we going to figure this one out? So
for me, like, there's other New York songs in this list. So I think Kanye's Homecoming should go on because there's other competition coming up from New York, and that's not the best one.
We can't do that because we're not going to do that with the West Coast songs. But there's already a West Coast song.
Except for it wasn't because of that. It was for me. It was because it was.
Yeah, it was just a song. Yeah,
and even then, regardless if that was an old school hit, I'm still gonna go with "Hustlin'" because "Hustlin'" is overall just a doper song than "Dodger Blue." So that, you know what I'm saying. So for me, like I said, Kanye's Homecoming is just better. It's metaphorically better. For me, the beat is better. Just that vibe, like I don't know, like it's a live instrument type. It's more sentimental. Like I feel like that song is more sentimental to Chicago than that song is to New York. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why. And like,
all right, is Mo right there with you?
Yes.
All right, Mo's gonna be the tiebreaker.
She wasn't listening. You might have to play him again.
Oh, she don't know the two songs? All right.
I wasn't listening to your takes.
Oh, okay. This ain't about our takes. We're talking about the song. You heard the songs, right?
What are the songs?
The song was Homecoming by Kanye West. Oh, you probably know that song, dude.
I do.
You do? And then New York with Ja Rule, Fat Joe, Kanye.
Jadakiss.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Kanye. Yeah.
All right. So she went with Kanye?
Yes, she did.
All right, baby. Question for you.
Okay.
Do you know the song New York by Ja Rule? All right. And do you know the song Homecoming by Kanye? All right. So you got to give us your opinion on which one's better. Here's New York.
Getting tired, now it's time to ride. Apprentice, you fired, you no longer desire to take off them silly chains, put back on fire. Holly dipped in octane, let East Coast bang, let West Coast bang, and we're gonna bring the ghetto gospel to every hood possible, pushing through in the sky blue, back with the God you.
And then this one.
I'm coming home again. Do you think about me now and then? Yeah. Do you think about me now? I met this girl when I was 3 years old, and what I love most, she had so much soul. She said, "Excuse me, little homie, I know you don't know me, but my name is Wendy Ann."
It's a better song.
All right. I do agree with you. It has better bars.
Yeah.
Better lyrically.
Yeah.
But when I'm listening to a song, like I would much rather listen to New York all day long before I would listen to that one.
Really?
But since we got,
see,
yeah,
I vibe to
we got
Homecoming.
three,
I'd be in my car banging that shit.
since we got three, we'll move that one on. So far, it's been all the top seeds have been winning. We haven't had an upset yet.
Yeah, now this one might be because
I think this one might be it though.
right?
So we got
It's the
number
4
8
5?
versus number 9. And just so y'all know, America fam, these are basically ranked on album sales. And it's how the album sold. They didn't have rankings for individual songs, how they sold as singles. So as albums, that's how they were ranked. So that's why some of these songs you may think it should be ranked higher as an album. It didn't rank for high as some of the others. So that's how we did the rankings.
Yeah.
All right. So this one's going to be I'm From Texas by Lil Keke and New York State of Mind by Jay-Z and our girl Alicia.
GMB.
I swear. H-Time in here. Here we go.
GMB.
It take money to make some money. Winning a hustler ain't never lost. Stay in front of my riches. Still running through bitches. I'm smoking and looking good. Leaning and riding switches. Say they love me, I'm from Texas. I'm from Texas, yeah. I know they love me, I'm from Texas. I'm from Texas, nigga. They better love me,
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the Narrow. But I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in Harlem. All of my Dominicanos right there up on Broadway. Pulled me back to that.
All right. So this is a little bit of a tough one. This is actually one of the first songs that I ever liked by Jay-Z. Where I kind of like felt his flow. I wasn't ever a big Jay-Z fan. I wasn't really into his flow. I know Jay-Z is like one of your top 3 of all time, but I think he's not overrated. I think he's very overrated. I'm not saying you don't have some good songs, but to me he's way overrated as far as songs go. He does have bars on some of the songs.
Well, look, so for me, like that's another thing. So if you haven't really listened to Jay-Z, you're only hearing radio songs.
Yeah.
So if you went and listen to some albums, I think because he was during the time where you put out those catchy singles to catch people's attention, and your album is full of whatever you want. So the albums are, oh my God, the albums is on point, sir.
Yeah. You know what? It might have been actually Niggas in Paris might have been my first one that I really
okay.
For this one, yeah.
Okay.
Even
But
though I'm
on
not a
this
Kanye fan.
particular one, I'm sorry, but just the feel. Like honestly, I've never even heard that Lil Keke song I'm From Texas, to be honest.
Really?
And just the feel. When I heard it, it was cool, but I'm pretty sure there's probably some better Texas songs. Like just in overall, like if I ask somebody from
But
Texas.
not necessarily anthems, like anthems that
But that's
talk
all
about
about to say.
Texas, you know, or
That's all
talk
about
about
to say.
Houston.
If I knew a lot of people from Texas, I probably could ask them, hey, give me something that's an anthem for Texas, and they'd probably pick something other than that. Just my opinion. Now, New York State of Mind.
New York State of Mind is a completely different song. It's Empire State of Mind.
Completely right. I was thinking that in my head too. Empire State of Mind. I just think that is, to be honest, it was oversaturated when it first came out. So some people might be like,
Alicia was big as
you're like tired of it. It's annoying, whatever. But it's an amazing song. Alicia Keys killed that. And honestly, if you ask anybody of this generation, name a song about New York, that's the song they're gonna name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you're automatically gonna think is that song. Like, and also if you compare it to the Ja Rule song and everything, he was just talking about y'all some pussies and weenies and vaginas, and Jay-Z's actually talking about the city. Now I'm down in Tribeca right now.
I got you.
And that's why I was
Ja Rule saying I'm from New York, but then he ain't really talking about New York.
Exactly. So is it really a New York anthem or is it a Ja Rule's corny anthem? Come on. But yeah, so I'm going with Empire State of Mind.
All right, let's check out the brackets. Let's see where we're at going into round 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We're gonna have Hustling going against Country Grammar.
Oh yeah, because we already had the ones out. Yeah.
Homecoming going against Started from the Bottom. We're gonna have Empire State of Mind going against California Love. And Welcome to Atlanta going against It Was a Good Day, man. It's gonna about 3 of these gonna be tough.
I see. I see.
They are going to be tough.
Okay.
All right. So first up, we're gonna have the number 1 seed going against the number 5 seed. Country Grammar against Hustlin'. We already heard
Hey.
Hustling, so I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play a little bit of both of them again, just so you can get that feel again.
Okay, so I'll let you go first.
Before we get to the thoughts, like the differences between these two songs, Hustling, come on, I'm going out on the dance floor by myself, just out there banging. Just Country Grammar, come on, I'm looking for a girl to dance with.
I feel you on that. If we're talking about back in the day, for sure, I give you that. Now, the similarity to these songs is they're not really talking about the place that they're from, but it was such a huge record by the artists from that place, who were one of the biggest artists from each place, that made the record so big. You know what I'm saying? So
after this album, everybody knew St. Louis.
People knew Miami before Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? Because Trick Daddy and Uncle Luke took that to.
Oh yeah, Luke
Luke put Miami on the map. You feel me? So I'm like,
I ain't trying to offend nobody, so we couldn't put one of them on here.
Yeah, no, for real. It would get canceled. But nah, like that's a really tough one for me, man. That's a tough one because Hustling is an amazing song. You know, you bang, and that's just a song that you can play and gives you motivation no matter what you're doing. You could be doing whatever, you need motivation, play Hustling.
All right,
but like you said,
here we go. You at the club right now, or you at the bar, and they say, we only got time for one more song. We got 2 left on the playlist. We got either Hustling or Country. Which one y'all want to hear? My vote is Hustling.
Yeah, that's us. I was leaning towards that too, but I'm like, because Country Grammar.
Not in the club. Country Grammar in the club.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But Hustling is every other aspect of life. Like Country Grammar in the club will slap, but other than that, you're like any other aspect of life, I'm not really listening to Country Grammar. Like it's not. Yeah, I go Hustling too. Okay, we got Hustling is gonna be it. I go Hustling. I'm sorry. I tried to fight for Country Grammar because that's an amazing song. But yeah, I was a Nelly fan growing up. I like Nelly. Nelly was the shit.
Yeah.
So that whole first album right there was fire. But yeah, I'm gonna go Hustling as well.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go with that one. All right, that's our first big upset. Number 5 seed took out the number 1 seed. We'll see what it thinks about that. Number 5 took out number 1.
Yeah.
All right, next up for a spot to the final 4. Number 7, Homecoming by Kanye. Number 4, Started from the Bottom.
Ooh.
A Certified Pedophile, Drake.
You can't say that. You're going to get sued.
I want to play it. They like to sue. All right, here we go.
I met this girl when I was 3 years old, and what I love most, she had so much soul. She said, excuse me, little homie, I know you don't know me, but my name is Wendy, and I like to blow trees, and from that point, I never blow her off. Come from out of town, I like to show her off. They like to act tough, she like to tone them off, and make them straighten up their hat, cause she know they...
How'd it?
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team fucking here. I done kept it real from the jump. Living at my mama's house, we'd argue every month, nigga. I was trying to get it on my own. Working all night, traffic on the way home, and my uncle calling me like, where you at? I gave you the keys, so you bring it right back.
Okay. Okay.
I'm glad that we got both of these going against each other because, as Bobby said, I'm not a big Kanye fan, and Drake's had a couple of songs. I just never been a big Drake fan, even though he do got some songs that's cool to listen to. So I'm glad one of them about to get knocked out.
Okay. What do you got?
As much as like I said, not a big fan of Drake as far as the song goes, I like that song better. I like Started from the Bottom better than I like Homecoming. Now, I know you got the bars, everything that you talked about, all that stuff is there for Homecoming, but again, it's just not.
Hold on, man. All right, so there's a few different factors that go into this for me. One, like I said, Homecoming, fucking amazing. Just the song as a whole, from the beat to the lyrics to the song as a whole, I like it a little better. But now Starting from the Bottom. The main reason why it's fucking with me a little bit is because everybody in this world knows Drake did not start from the bottom. So for one, like you know what I'm saying? You really fabricated that whole shit. You know what I'm saying? You really wanted to be part of the struggle so bad. And I'm like, come on, bro. We seen the pictures of you as a kid with an in-ground pool. You know what I'm saying? At your house with an in-ground pool, bruh. You didn't live in an apartment where you had to share the pool with 60 other motherfuckers that lived in an apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? And you got to walk to the pool. No, sir, you have it right in your backyard. And yeah, bro, you started acting young. Your dad was doing cool. Come on, man. Nah. So that right there alone was like a negative for me on the song because I'm like, you're lying. You're talking about him. And then two, like I said, it's about a feeling. When the feeling is like, I was actually excited to hear it, but then once I actually heard it, I was like, I've heard the song before, but I'm just saying, just hearing it up against that song right after, and it's just very, it's just very basic. And Kanye's song is more intricate. It's more of a song, probably took more time to write. It was more thought put into it. It's just a better song. It's a better song. Like, it's a better song. Like, as simple as that. So,
all right.
Like,
you got the you definitely got more of an explanation. I'm just going strictly after. I'm not a big Kanye fan. I really like that song. I like Started from the Bottom.
I want to break it down to where I'm like, that beat, the Homecoming beat is better. The lyrics on Homecoming are better. The metaphors, the thought process, the creativity, everything about that song is better than that song. And not to mention at the very end, Drake is not telling the truth. So like that right there, it's just like, come on, bro. Like, cut it out.
All right, so the third one we got up for a spot in the final four. The number 9 seed, the first upset of the day, going against the number 3 seed. Empire State of Mind, California Love. Me and Cam about to argue.
You think so?
We about to argue. All right, here we go. All right, Empire State of Mind.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to De Niro. But I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in all of my Dominicanos right there up on Broadway. Pulled me back to that McDonald's.
Pac's verse real quick. You got to go to Pac's verse.
All right, let's go to Pac's verse. All right.
Bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming. Fiending for money and alcohol for life.
So what are we going to argue about?
I just figured you was gonna go with Jay-Z because he's in your top 3 rappers of all time.
No, nigga.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
California Love, nigga. that song.
Plus, you're gonna say California. They wouldn't really talk about California. I mean, he did a little bit.
I don't care about that. It's not about the point. It's the feel. The feel of the song. When they play that song, no matter where you're at in California, people go crazy. Yeah. I don't know if that's the same with Empire State of Mind. I feel like some people in New York probably think it's corny. There's probably other songs that real hip hop listeners in New York would say is a much better New York song. So California Love for the win. Like Tupac, the way he out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming, that alone, right there, there. I didn't even hear the rest. Like,
I don't know if you ever noticed this, but it's probably the only song that Tupac or Dre has ever put out doesn't have one curse word in it, and it's a bang.
Oh wow,
not one curse word.
Wow, no, I didn't think about that.
It does not say explicit lyrics.
Wow, that's deep. He said hoochies.
What's that? Yeah, but that's not. Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be These are the way these are ranked. This is gonna make it tough in the final four. All right, so we got 3 of the final 4 in the spot. The last matchup in the Elite Eights. Number 6, welcome to Atlanta. Number 2, it was a good day. Don't flip your lips up. Don't do that. Because I know exactly what you're thinking before you even say it.
Welcome to Atlanta, jacking hammers and bows. Back to the mackin' and jacking the clothes. Adolescents packing the foes. A knock on the door. Who is it? I would happen to know the one with the flow. Who did it? It was me, Jay-Z in the rolls, and Luda's in the cut supreme. Skating down old Nat, gat tucked and lean. I split your spleen. As a matter of fact, I split your team. No blood on the sneaks, gotta keep it so my kicks is clean. I get the cream. Cops see me flick my beams. I'm allergic to doctors.
Monday night, gentlemen's club. Tuesday night, I'm up in the velvet room getting fucked up. Wednesday, I'm at Strokers on lean. Thursday, jump clean, then I fall up in cream. Friday, Shark Bar Kaya with Frank Ski. On the floor is where you can find me.
Okay, let's go.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't dig her as I hit the Dutch.
Yeah. Okay. Now, that's a tough one.
This to me is the toughest one for me so far because I love Welcome to Atlanta. It just makes me want to dance. It makes me.
It's a great fucking song.
It's a great song.
And the way Luda come off on
with
that
all the
bitch,
people they had in the video and all that stuff.
all
It
the
was
places they showed, it was really an anthem for Atlanta.
yeah, but it was a good day.
And
That's just like
that's a song that
representation.
everybody knows that song. No matter, you could play that motherfucker anywhere, and people are gonna know the lyrics. So popularity wise, today was a good day. It's definitely more popular, but this isn't a popularity contest. It's about what song is better hometown anthem. And if I had to say, I would say that Welcome to Atlanta is a better hometown anthem. Like California Love, that's a real.
I got to tell you a story. Sorry, we're not going off track because it's still about. So I'm gonna tell you a story when I used to drive for Uber. I was down in San Diego and I picked up this old white guy. He had to be in his 70s, mid 70s. Old white guy, had a dress shirt on with some pants, sat in the back, and I had Beyonce playing at the time. That's what was on when he came in. He's okay. I like me Beyonce, and so I had a list of music, what type of music you want to listen to, and one of them was the Ice Cube Feel. And he said, the 70-year-old guy in San Diego says, "Oh, no, play Ice Cube." And he said, "You can do it, put your back into it. Didn't even have to use my AK."
Wow. Yeah.
So this is 70-year-old guy in San Diego. He knew
that's why
it was a good day.
That's popularity. That's not necessarily hometown anthem. The popularity, like I said, is more. There's a higher popularity for sure. There's higher popularity. But yeah, I'm going Welcome to Atlanta, man. I'm sorry, Welcome to Atlanta. I'm not saying it's a better song, but I'm saying it's a better anthem for the city that it's representing.
Yeah, it's just two different. And once again, it's in two different fields. Welcome to Atlanta. I'm going out on the floor. I'm dancing. I'm having a good time.
Today was a good day. I'm smoking a joint.
I'm taking my drink. I'm taking my Crown Apple. I might go out on the floor. I'm just gonna be going like this, just drinking my drink.
That's it. Now I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. But now I agree with you as far as the anthem goes.
Yeah. So we got to go Welcome to Atlanta. I'm sorry.
So we just knocked off all the number 1 seeds, just so you know.
Hey. Yeah, because
I'm sorry. There's only one number 1 seed that one got knocked off. But the 4 that got the bye to the second round, they just all got knocked off, except for California Love.
Yeah, because that's a motherfucking track right there. Okay, so who's the final 4?
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at our bracket. We got the final 4. Hustling Rick Ross, Homecoming Kanye, California Love, Dre and Pac, Welcome to Atlanta, JD and Luda. That's a good final 4. Yeah, I wish it was a good day was in there, make it a final 5, but yeah, that's a good final 4 for sure. All right, so here we go. We got number 5, Hustling, going against number 7, Homecoming.
Every day I'm hustling.
I ain't petty, nigga. We buy the whole thing. See, most of my niggas really still deal cocaine. When they snatch black, I cry for a body, serving 100 lives.
Every day I'm hustling.
Always be, she never mess with entertainers cause they always leave. She said it felt like they walked and drove on me. Knew I was gang affiliated, got on TV and told on me. I guess that's why last winter she got so cold on me. She said, yeah, keep making that platinum and gold for me.
It's losing that feeling.
This is the toughest one for me so far. This right here is the toughest one for me so far.
No, the last one was the toughest for me. Welcome to Atlanta, and it was a good day. It's not even close for me.
I could justify Welcome to Atlanta. This is tough.
Yeah, this not even close for me.
So who's your pick then? Is this easy for you?
Oh, it's Hustling all day.
Oh yeah, because you're not fair enough. Yeah, you don't really like that song. You're mad that it made it to the final 4.
I'm mad it made it to the Elite 8. And when I first put the list together, it wasn't even on the list.
Yeah, I know. You had Lupe Fiasco some shit. And if I would have put Bitches Love Sosa on there, it really would have been a problem.
Next time you put the list together, we'll do it.
Another music list. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. It all depends on what logic you're going to use, because certain logic that you've used would automatically say one over the other, but then the logic that you use on other songs.
I know. Do you see what I'm saying? Because like I said, of course, Homecoming is a better anthem for that city because it's actually an anthem for the city. There's not really a Miami or Florida like anthem where they talk about Florida that I know of, like somebody that's popular or something that's big enough to be in this conversation. So
Yeah.
you have to go with Hustlin' because that's one of the biggest songs. Like, it's everywhere. They use it on commercials. It's an everywhere type song. So that's why I can't use that argument, because it's not like there's another song I could pick over Hustlin' where I'd be like, oh, that should be in there instead.
Sorry, Cam.
I
Homecoming is
think
gone.
I think I'll let you have that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to give you that one. It's tough because Homecoming, it's one of the best songs as an anthem for a city of all time. But Hustlin' is just one of the best songs.
Yeah.
in general of all.
But Welcome to Atlanta is probably the best when you're just talking about the city and everything you do there and all that kind of stuff. Now bars, I'm talking about lyrically, Homecoming. But it definitely, but as far as a song
we're talking about that's actually about, then I would say Welcome to Atlanta or Empire State of Mind, because Jay-Z is literally talking about everything.
Yeah, you're right. That one too. Yeah, you're right.
So those two, you're right. When it comes to just talking about the city, one of those would be the best. But like I said, there's tons of other songs from these places, and it's different. It's different.
Yeah, when you go with the big cities, the New Yorks, the LAs, of course, there's going to be a whole bunch of songs. Yeah,
exactly.
Other ones.
So, but I'll go with Hustlin' on this one. I'll give you Hustlin'.
All right, Hustlin's the first one in the champ.
I give you
going for the chip.
You agree with that too, then? Hustlin' over the Homecoming, Kanye? Yeah.
All right, here we go. California Love, number 3, going against number 6. Welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play and we ride on them things like every day. Big beats hit streets, see gangsters roaming, and parties don't stop till 8 in the morning.
Don't stop till 8 in the morning.
Well, Tuesday night, I'm up in the velvet room getting fucked up. Wednesday, I'm at Strokers on lean. Thursday, jump.
Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest. Like a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state where the best on ball. Only
they may not have talked about specific places in California, but they talked about the vibe of living and being from California as a state.
I know. And that's what I was thinking in my head. I was trying to think of opposing views. And California Love is about a whole state. They're doing a whole state. Welcome to Atlanta's a city. And so they're talking about a city. But also, to be fair, is that California Love is probably more popular in Southern California than it is in Northern California. Now, I'm not saying it's not as popular, but it's probably more popular in Southern than it is in Northern. And so,
because of where they're from, but they talk about all parts of, they talk about Sacktown and
But he only just says Oakland. The names at the end when he's like Sacramento, Oakland, where you at. But when he's rapping,
he was like from Oakland to Sacktown, the Bay Area, Sacktown, and he didn't even mention LA and all them. We talked about all the ones up there.
I get you, but I'm just saying, in an overall aspect, I know people in LA like that song a lot more than people in the North. But see, this is probably now the toughest after that other one, because now this is the toughest, because this is really tough, because I'm from California. I love California Love, but Welcome to Atlanta, like we said, is a very good song. But if we're talking about feel and feeling of the song, I think I might have to go with California Love. Tupac just got out of jail. That shit went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
the whole Mad Max video and all.
Like, to be honest, the video for Welcome to Atlanta made the song for what it was. California Love, even without the video, was going to be dope regardless. So I might have to go with California Love. What are you going to go with?
I agree.
You agree? People think we're biased. People going to think we're biased, but I'm sorry. California Love is just...
The people that thought we biased, put together your list.
Put it in the comments. All right.
So we got a championship game. Hustle and Rick Ross. California Love. Dre and Pac.
That's tough. And see, the thing is that this might have turned out different if the bracket wasn't set up that way. Like, if it was a different way of the bracket being set up. Welcome to Atlanta might be going up against California Love. If Welcome to Atlanta would have went up against Hustlin' in another... I'm talking the championship.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? If it would have been in a different part of the bracket. So that's another thing, is that it could have went a different way if it was set up differently. So
how everything is ranked. That's why you hear them. We talking about basketball. Them college players be getting pissed when they get put in a certain bracket or put in a region. Because we're not set up for success out here.
Yeah. So
Atlanta probably feel the same way. Up against California Love against two niggas from California.
Yeah.
We didn't have a chance.
Yeah, I know. And it was a good matchup because you got Luda and Jermaine Dupri, and then you got Pac and Dre.
Yeah. Luda to me is definitely one of the underrated rappers that people don't really talk about. I'm not saying
1,000%.
greatest of all time, but just
no, but he's underrated as fuck. A lot. He should be in more people's like top 10, 15. Yeah, like for sure.
Yep. All right, let's take a look at the bracket before we get into it. We know what it is, but we still got to see it. There we go. Hustling number 5 going against California Love number 3.
Yeah. Oof. Tough.
All right, here we go.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
It's time to spin my thrills, custom spinning wheels. I ain't drove in a week, them bitches spinning steel. Talk about me, cause these suckers scared to talk about me. Killers talking about me, it ain't no talk about me. It ain't no walking around me. See all these killers around me like
Money making machines, serving fiends. I've been in the game for 10 years making rap tunes. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoon, now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me diamond shining, look and feel the same way.
Flossing but have caution, we collide with other troops, famous because we programs. Worldwide, let them recognize from Long Beach to Rosecrans.
Okay.
All right.
What are you
championship.
going? What are you going
get into
with?
this one?
What are you going with? What's your reasoning?
It's a tough one because both of these songs just they give you that feeling. They give you that feeling like, like you said, that motivation from hustling. Yeah, I'm out here grinding. I can do anything I want. California Love just makes you love California, the vibe of living in California, being on the streets in California, being at the beach in California, remembering back in the day. Man, it's tough.
To be honest, this would have been a harder decision for me if Homecoming would have beat Hustlin' and came into the championship with Homecoming against Pac. It would have been a harder decision for me, but this is a little bit easier for me because on the grounds of Every Day I'm Hustling, the hook carries the song. The verses aren't really impressive on that song, but that hook is so fire and that beat is so fire.
Yeah, that's the
starts, hustle, like that right there carries the song. But California Love overall, the verses, the hook, the beat, Roger Zapp, that right there alone, the overall of the song is better. Like I said, if Homecoming would have been in here and I had the same argument about the overall song from verses to creativity to beat to everything, it would have been a tougher decision. But for me, only thing Hustlin' that carried Hustlin' here was that beat and that hook so fire that it was able to carry it all the way through. Now, if Hustlin' would have been at the bottom bracket with the other songs like California Love and stuff earlier, probably got kicked out earlier. But it happened to have a good run by who it had to face.
You talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
You said California Love had a good run?
Hustling had an easier run to the finals than California Love had. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. Hustling went up against Dodger Blue. That was easy. Went up against Country Grammar.
Now that was tough, but it was also easy based on the, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Hustler was
was the number 1 seed. Country Grammar, that was.
We're talking, but see, that's what we're going back to talking about.
Yeah.
Like I had to break down other stuff because the seeding is based off of sales, and you said album sales, which means that there's other reasons for that song being hotter than. So yeah, so we're just talking about feel of the song, and so that's what I mean.
Hustling went up against Homecoming. You said that's like you. So
I know. I was trying to fight for it, and so
California
the only reason
California Love went up against Empire State of Mind and Welcome to Atlanta.
Yeah, and
I think it's even who they went up against after the first round.
Because, like you said, Welcome to Atlanta is one of the greatest of all time. We said with that, and then Empire State of Mind is literally, like I said, Jay-Z's talking about everything. That song was really popular because we're just talking about album sales. When it comes to popularity of songs, Empire State of Mind extremely popular. Welcome to Atlanta really fucking popular.
Right. So let's say Welcome to Atlanta had a better seat. Let's just say Welcome to Atlanta was in the upper bracket, and it went up against Hustling or Homecoming in the
early
4. Then we're talking about Welcome to Atlanta against California Love again, right?
No.
So
because I don't know.
California Love was in the bottom and it beat. We picked California Love over Welcome to Atlanta. So that one's going to the championship no matter what. If you take Welcome to Atlanta out of there and put it up in the top against. So are you picking Hustling or Homecoming over Welcome to Atlanta?
Honestly, if Welcome to Atlanta would have went up against Hustling a little earlier, I think Welcome to Atlanta might have took out Hustling a little earlier.
Yeah, okay. So that puts it on. And then what about Welcome to Atlanta against Homecoming?
That would have been a tough one for me, sir. Yeah, that would have been a
So,
real tough.
so to me, that tells the story. California Love beat Welcome to Atlanta. And
That's
now you
what-
put Welcome to Atlanta at the top and the upper bracket and saying it would have been tough
Yeah.
either way. So even if it would have made it down to the championship, California Love still would have beat it because we already beat it in the round before. So that
Yeah.
tells right there who our winner is. It's
Yeah,
gotta be
California Love. It has to be California Love. You're right. Yeah, California Love.
It's got to be California Love.
And it's so cold because I don't want to be biased like that, but I was
Yeah.
really giving my opinions. Like I
We're
said,
from
if we-
California. Our taste in music, our feel, everything is based off of being from California.
honestly, for me, I really wanted Homecoming over Hustling. But I was like, I took the last two, so I was like, I'll give you that one. Because I personally, now, if Homecoming would have given us California Love, I might have picked Homecoming over California Love.
You would have lost your California car. Sorry.
I'm just.
I would never want to hear you talk about being from California again. Because I'm from Central California.
Really? 559.
Not Southern California.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got to bang out to this one, fam. Thank y'all for listening to the countdown.
Yes, sir.
California Love. We about to bang this one all the way out, and then we're going to be out. Thank y'all for listening.
Everything from X to Y.
Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West. A state that's untouchable, I'm like a slug to your chest. Got the best for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state, wearing Sassoon. Now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me diamond shining, looking like a Rob Liberace. It's all good from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city making bang. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Straight putting it down, because out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming, fiending for money, man. Say what you say,